Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my 2013 NFL draft coverage with my final mock draft picks 21 through 32 as we head into the draft tomorrow night. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. I'll be doing pick-by-pick analysis as the draft unfolds here tomorrow night on my YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. And be sure to check out picks 1 through 20 of this mock draft as well, which I have linked on this video. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Pick number 21 belongs to the Cincinnati Bengals. I still have the best safety on the board, Kenny Vaccaro, on the board at this point. This is where need matches, in my mind, the best player on the board. I think Vaccaro is a natural fit for the Bengals and their young defense, and it'll give them a solid safety to go along with Reggie Nelson back there, and I think really solidify their defense. Pick number 22 belongs to the St. Louis Rams. I think ideally the Rams would have liked to have gotten an offensive guard with pick 16, either Cooper or Warmack, and come back with a receiver here. I have Cooper and Warmack going before that 16th pick, which is why I had the Rams going receiver at 16. I think at 22 they also address their safety position and take Jonathan Cyprien from Florida International. You know, the whole Jonathan Cyprien, Kenny Vaccaro debate, I think is similar to the Eric Fisher, Luke Joeckel debate, in that the only real knock you can find on Cyprien is the fact that he didn't play against top-notch competition in a conference like the Big 12 like Kenny Vaccaro did. I think Cyprien is all but the equal of Vaccaro. I think he'll show that. And again, you know, get Jeff Fisher, one of these young, hungry guys from a small school, which he tends to do good with, and I expect big things from Cyprien in St. Louis. Pick number 23 belongs to the Minnesota Vikings. With Percy Harvin moving on, it was thought that, man, with one of these two picks, they have 23 and 25, they'll definitely use one on a receiver, which I think they will do, okay? But I don't think it'll be here. I think they jump on Alec Ogletree from Georgia. Now, Ogletree's a guy, checkered past, okay, has gotten in trouble with the law, but you can't argue with his ability on the field. I think he's the best of these linebackers here that are still on the board from a talent perspective. And if you think you can handle his attitude, which I think the Vikings can, you fill a very big need position at that linebacker spot as well by getting Ogletree. So Alec Ogletree, pick number 23 to the Minnesota Vikings. Pick 24 belongs to the Indianapolis Colts. You know, if there was a game-changing wide receiver available at this pick, I may be interested in the Colts going there, but I don't see one at that level. I think they address their needs on the interior of the defensive line, which they need to get better at. For a team that went 11-5, their defense from a running game perspective was not that great. Sylvester Williams from North Carolina, an absolute space eater for the Colts in their defense that they run under Chuck Pagano. I think he'd be an excellent fit. I'm a little bit higher on Sylvester Williams than some other people you'll see out there as far as the defensive tackle prospects go. I put him in that next level right after the star Lotulelei, Sheldon Richardson, and of course Sharif Floyd. So I put him right below there, and I think he's a nice fit for Indianapolis at pick number 24. Pick 25, again, goes back to the Vikings. I think they address their receiver needs here and take the second Tennessee Volunteer receiver in this draft, Justin Hunter. Justin Hunter, some think he's a better prospect than Cordarrelle Patterson. All right, he obviously was tremendously productive at Tennessee with Tyler Bray throwing the ball to both him and Patterson. He has lightning speed. He's tall. And I think he's a guy that he could even go sooner than this. He's who the Rams could pick, for instance, at pick 16 if they pass on DeAndre Hopkins. But, I think now a nice fit for him is Minnesota here at pick 25. Pick 26 belongs to the Green Bay Packers. Went back and forth here with the Packers, either linebacker or running back. I sort of weighed the options that they have. I think Ogletree would have been an ideal fit for them, but I have him going a little bit before, as I just said. So I think they go running back and take Eddie Lacy from Alabama. I think it's about time to start relieving the pressure off of Aaron Rodgers, and the two ways you do that is by a running game and obviously solidifying the pass protection as well. I look for them to maybe take a center or interior line help in the second round. There's a little bit more depth at that position than at running back. Lacy's far and away the best running back in this draft, and I look for them to snatch him up here at pick number 26. Pick 27 belongs to the Houston Texans. Andre Johnson came out earlier this week and said he's totally on board with them taking a receiver in the first round. His thinking that, as many weapons as you can have, the better. And I agree with him on that. And I think Keenan Allen falls to them here. And I think he's an excellent fit. He can learn a lot under Andre Johnson. He can put some muscle on that frame, be the second guy for a couple years while he eases in, as I'm sure the Texans will hope, into a huge role with them once Andre Johnson leaves. But I think he could be that good complement on the outside that they've been looking for to add another dimension to their offense to go along with, of course, Arian Foster and Andre Johnson. Pick number 28 belongs to the Denver Broncos. And if I had to label the biggest steal in this draft, I think it's going to come here. The Broncos have a nice big need now at defensive end, considering that Elvis Dumervil and the whole situation that went down with him, he ends up in Baltimore. I think they jump on Bjoern Werner from Florida State here with the 28th pick. Werner's a guy who dropped a lot in this draft as opposed to where he was, 2 or 3 months ago in mock drafts, only because he's only a 4-3 defensive end. He can't stand up in a 3-4. He's probably not fast enough. So you get a guy, though, is good against the run, was a productive pass rusher in college, and I think he can come in and solidify that defensive end spot. That defensive end spot there, and really give Von Miller, some help there on that defensive front for the Broncos. Pick 29 belongs to the New England Patriots. I think the Patriots, I think they might surprise people and go interior offensive line here. But I think there's some good corners still on the board, and I think they jump on one of them. And a guy I look for them to jump on is Desmond Trufant from Washington. Why Trufant? Because I think Belichick will like his versatility, will like the fact that he can play inside and outside, will like his size. And I think even as his career progresses, Trufant is one of these guys that could, if you need him to, like a Devin McCourty, make a transition to a safety down the road. Pick 30 belongs to the Atlanta Falcons, another team I think that's going to be looking for help in the secondary with the departure of Dante Robinson and Brent Grimes. Xavier Rhodes should be here on the board. He's a lot of teams' second cornerback. I have Trufant a little bit ahead of him, but look for Desmond Trufant to go before him is what I think, and Xavier Rhodes falls nice to the Falcons at pick 30 and gives them a guy they hope that could come in and start right away. Now, you heard that the Falcons may have visions on trading up, so this could all be for naught here, but I think if they stay here, they go Xavier Rhodes, the corner from Florida State. Pick 31 belongs to the 49ers, and the 49ers have 13 picks in this draft, well documented. They have a loaded roster already, and I think they try to sort of fill maybe their one only really distinct need here at pick 31. When Justin Smith went down last year, you noticed a severe drop-off in the sack production as a whole, most notably from Aldon Smith. And I think if they can get someone to be able to work into the rotation at defensive end and eventually replace Smith, that's where they need to go at pick 31. And I love Datone Jones from UCLA. He can play a 4-3 or a 3-4 defensive end. He can be effective at both, given his size, his sheer size, and he is fast enough to play in the 4-3 as well to keep people contained. So I like Datone Jones from UCLA, pick 31 to the 49ers. Pick 32 belongs to the Baltimore Ravens. With Orlando McClain recently getting arrested, and who knows what's going to go on with him, I think they still go linebacker here, and they're the team that takes Manti Te'o from Notre Dame. I don't think the whole, fake girlfriend hoax is going to play a role in Baltimore. I think he'll get in their system. They'll protect him as much as they can, and that the media won't beat him up too much down in Baltimore, and that he'll be a nice fit on the field, which I know Ozzie Newsome and John Harbaugh are most concerned about. So that's how I see the first round sort of ending up here, guys. Picks 21 through 32. Be sure to check out picks 1 through 20 as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel as well here, guys. And again, I'll be covering the draft pick by pick tomorrow, giving my analysis of each pick. So be sure to subscribe to check that out tomorrow. And check out my other videos, guys. I've uploaded over 400 videos here to YouTube. So be sure to check those out. Thanks again for listening, and have a great night.